Okay, so we're going to pick up where we left off, remembering that the total here, the corners over the total was equal to 0.2142 or 21.42%. Okay, Timothy flips a two-sided coin 10 times. 7 times the coin lands on heads. Timothy is about to toss the coin for the 11th time. What is the probability that it will land on heads once again? So we're going to say, what's the probability of the goal? And of course, the goal here is going to so the 11th toss does not depend on the previous toss, right? Because we only have 2 different outcomes. This is not, okay? It's only going to be one. It's either going to be heads or tails, 1 out of 2. So this would still be a 50% outcome because this does not rely on how many times that we have tossed, right? No matter how many times, the probability is still going to be 1 or out of 2 that it's going to toss a head or a tail. Okay, that doesn't change the probability for this one. Okay, let's go ahead and do another one. Let's do another example. Let's do 2. This is a little hockey example, which we're going to glue in a second. Rinker scored a goal on 4 out of her 16 shots. What is the probability that Rinker will score a goal on her next shot? The probability is the number of times an event occurs out of the total number of trials. So, what is the probability of her getting a goal? The probability of her getting a goal would be the goal so far out of her total shots. She has gotten 4 goals so far out of 16 shots. This can be turned into the fraction as reduced, was 1 over 4. So the probability of her getting a goal is going to be 1 out of 4, or we could also say 25%, correct? Okay, and for our third and final example, we're going to use this little spinner right here. And in this spinner, we have 4 sections. This one is yellow. This one is blue. This section is green. And this one is red. And of these 4 sections, we are going to ask, a spinner has 4 equal areas. They are colored blue, yellow, green, and red. What is the probability of landing on each of these colors after spinning the spinner? Okay, so again, this is going to be the probability of yellow is 1 out of 4, because it was 1 section out of the 4 sections. The probability of blue is going to be 1 out of the 4 sections. The probability of red is 1 out of the 4 sections, and the probability of green is again 1 out of the 4 sections, since all the spinners are represented by this same amount. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and you're going to do some independent practice in your homework, followed by a few other worksheets that are going to be reinforcing what we learned as far as how to work with decimals, fractions, and percentages, as well as word problems. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Have fun on your homework.